staying tuned. It is still the conversation here on Lagos Television, and on this side we're discussing waste management and environmental sanitation. Now, this remains a critical issue in a rapidly growing megacity like Lagos, with increasing population, urban expansion. The challenges of keeping the environment clean is demanding. And joining us on the conversation to take us through what it entails in terms of what the state government is doing towards waste management, environmental sanitation, the challenges, and what more on how more residents can also participate in keeping the environment clean. We are joined by sanitarian Dr. Akinyele Cyril Babasope. He is the President, Environmental Health Officers Association of Nigeria, Lagos chapter.
Thank you.
Say, don't forget that.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, my sister. It's good coming back home today after a while, having the environment being discussed, the environment of beautiful Lagos.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Here. Now.
Yeah, especially now that the monthly environmental sanitation has been reintroduced, and with
Of course, there's a lot of refuse and improper waste disposal going on in Lagos now.
Okay, so with these issues that we have raised, how would you assess the current environmental waste management rather in Lagos at the moment, looking at the introduction of the environmental sanitation exercise?
Thank you very much. I really want to appreciate our governor, which makes it a point of duty to return the environmental sanitation on a monthly basis. As we all know that sanitation is a major thing in any community, in any city, that showcase how healthy that your community is. And bringing back what our people knows best to do, trying to give time to actualize the environmental sanitation of their given area. It's a beautiful thing that the governors has assented to that for us to return back in the monthly sanitation. And you said something, how to assess the environment generally. My sister just said something about the refuse whatsoever. When you are trying to reform the system, it's like you having a well and you want to regenerate the water inside your well. That period at which you are redigging and refurbishing that well, it will be very difficult for you to drink from that source of water. Some other little problem might arise at that period, and that is what we are facing, because Lagos State government is trying to rebrand the waste management system from the linear waste management system that we were using before to circular economy system.
Okay, thank God you mentioned waste management. Many people believe that waste management is only about collecting refuse, and you've talked about something now, recycling. So I'd like you to tell us more about what waste management entails beyond collection of refuse.
Thank you very much. When you look at waste management as a whole, first of all, generation. From our various homes, we generate refuse. But the culture that we have not imbibed is the problem of sorting for proper waste management. From the source of generation, that's supposed to be what we call sorting. We're supposed to sort out biodegradable from non-biodegradable. Let me use the word our listeners can understand. Those things that can easily decay should be sorted away from, like stone, iron, bottles. But what we do in our various homes, and various sensitization have been put in place, we put everything in one bin. That gives us one of the main problems of waste management. Now, from generation down to now collection down to transportation down to the final disposal site. At that final disposal site, if the proper sorting has been done, it will not cost Lagos State much the way it's costing Lagos State. we will have done, it would have been easy for us to do recycling easily. But now what we have been running before was linear waste management. And the linear waste management is just you take, you use, and you dump at the dump site. But Lagos State is a mega city now. We must generate wealth from that our waste. And that is what this government is looking at. That it is now circular economy. Those things we call waste, it is not waste. It's something that has satisfied its original purpose, which can be used for another thing entirely that is going to make money and to be better used for the environment. That is what Lagos State is looking at, the circular economy future. In the circular economy, we need to rebrand the type of waste management that we were running before. Now, if you look at it, they are decommissioning some of our dump sites. Like Olusosun and some others. And they are bringing the system of circular economy, which waste that we are collecting now can be processed to become useful. You know, it's a process. It is this process that is looking as if to say Lagos is not doing anything on waste. That's why I started that example of a well. When you want to regenerate a well, you can't use the water appropriately. Maybe it is just once, maybe at night, you can scoop a little from it. And that is the reason why we're having these backlogs, because those ones that have been decommissioning, all of that proper management that have been put in place is going to be a gradual process, and we'll get back to our normal life.
Okay, we've talked about problem of not sorting our waste properly from the home front. But again, if you look around, you see at some particular points, in fact, on this show here, we've called out some particular locations in the state where you find people dumping waste indiscriminately, and that's due to people behaving badly. That's bad behavior. And I'd like you to extensively talk about how improper waste disposal affects the environment and our health.
Thank you. Our environment is our health. Our health is our wealth. How do I mean? If you dump refuse indiscriminately, I have a clip, I have a video on my phone here. It was raining. Somebody just dumped the whole refuse inside the drainage.
I saw that video.
The environmental officers after that person have sent, as the state president have sent to that local government area, the address of the place. Because we have a website, the environmental officers association have a website where we collect information, and they send to the website the address of the house and the video. So we're after that person. Now, if you dump refuse indiscriminately, if it decays at that point and it rains, that biodegradable leachate and other things will wash down to the body of water. If it goes down to the drainage takes it down to the main body of water, the river, and such constant pollution will destroy the aquatic animal. That is one. Secondly, on the public health, it percolates into our underground water. If you think your underground water you are drinking is wholesome enough, if you use that site as a dump site, the leachate percolates to it and meets the underground water. And when you take it, sometimes we have, most of the time, that's why we always have cholera during the wet season, because indiscriminate dumping, it washes into the body of water, well, borehole, and rivers. And from there, it affects our health. And at the same time, food. Sometimes when it is flooding, it takes all those things back to where it's coming from, and the whole environment is flooded. We have some markets where people have stores, and it is flooded. All these things, and you see some people defecating on drainages and these things. To watch it back to where you store your food, it gets contaminated, and people will still go and use the raw material to process food. So in this way, it affects our health.
Okay, still talking about people and mishandling of waste and mishandling or misunderstanding certain reforms by the government. How do you distinguish waste management now from environmental sanitation? Because we have people that on that day, okay, come Saturday now, which is environmental sanitation day, many Lagosians will still come out with their refuse and still dump them on the road.
Thank you. If you look at the organization called Environmental Health, it cuts across all the spheres of the governance of Lagos State. The mainstream, which is the state, and the local governments. At the mainstream, we have the environmental health under the Ministry of Environment and all the other prestataries. We at the local government, where we have the numbers of environmental, because have direct relations with the public. The local government have made arrangement under the Department of Environmental Health during this environmental sanitation. So each local government make arrangement of compactors to pick refuse from their various wards and streets, streets and wards. And we are encouraging that is this sensitization that is going on, that bag your refuse.
Yes.
Don't dump your refuse. I have some clips here, and I will say something about this. In Yoruba language, they say, "Luti obasofi eshosimbe." Where there is no law,
there is no crime.
There is no problem. The bagging of refuse saved unsightliness and protect the environment. So when you bag your refuse, these PSP operators will still come back no matter the numbers of times, because I know you're still going there. That they said the operators are not picking their refuse. Because we have a situation at hand that we are, let me call it rebranding the waste management system of Lagos State. So that's why I said the period at which you get water from your well, during the time you are trying to revitalize the water body system of your well, it's going to take a little time at which you're going to scoop water from it. It's the same way. The numbers of time, because the commissioning and the process of bringing back the normal standard of waste management, as we know Lagos to be a mega city, the process is on. So it makes it very slow a little bit for them to tip off and to return back. But if they return back, if you bag your refuse, they will come back to pick this refuse. So we are encouraging on Saturday, bag your refuse. If it is not only that period that the local governments, the states, LOMA, and all other stakeholders go around, it is not only just between 6 to 8:30. It goes beyond that. It is that period they have given you to run yours. What they run throughout the day, those areas that you have bagged, they will come back to pick it. Don't just go to the median of the road to dump. It's illegal. Don't go to the black spots to dump, the road vibes to dump. Bag it, put it in front of your house, they will pick it up.
Okay, I'm still going back to the video of the person that you said don't refuse
into I can even give you that we have it.
Drainage now, and that's because of bad behavior again. And I know there are enforcement actions that are taken towards those who are on the wrong side of the law. But then the question is enforcement enough? Because again, people do this thing, you arrest them, they pay their fine, they go back doing it again. And so besides enforcement, what more can be done to
change the perspective of our people?
Yes.
I love the question you just asked. It is not only payment of that fine that we are looking into now.
Okay.
I have some clips I will later give you. We are trying to reform the enforcement outside you just paying. People will just say, at least I will pay and I will go. No. I have some clips now. When we got them arrested, they go around, we give them the waste nylon bags, those ones that have been dumped openly, then they are the one packing it and bagging it. They will start in the morning, they will end by 4 o'clock in the evening.
Exactly.
So
we now give them a jacket. I dumped waste illegally.
Oh, wow.
I am destroying Lagos. I ought not to do. I wish to collect this refuse. So they now bag. So when people are going, they see them, they can catch you dumping this thing. So people are now abandoned. We've started that at Ifakojayi. It's working. So outside you paying, people, you see, it's like you having a baby, and you continue to beat that baby without talking to that baby. A time is going to come and say, Mommy will just beat me now. I will do it. It's got about 6 strokes of skins or 12. But when you said, this is your food, you are not going to eat at 10 o'clock. And you are going to do this assignment. But he knows that food is going to pain him. You cannot go anywhere. This thing that you have done, you are going to bag it. And people will see you. That is another reform to change their behavioral pattern. Yeah.
Okay. Earlier you talked about waste sorting.
Yeah.
That is one practice that I still think needs, a lot of enlightenment on. It's not common here. Some people try to do it. These are the people that are highly educated and understand that sorting. I'd like you to talk more about that waste sorting so that our viewer can understand what this waste sorting is and what it does.
The advantage of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would not want to use our technical languages for our audience to understand.
Yeah.
I will use layman language. What do we mean by waste sorting? From your kitchen, from your house, we start from your kitchen and from where you generate waste. And mostly we generate those waste from the kitchen.
It's from the kitchen.
100%. 80% of waste are generated from the kitchen.
From the kitchen, yeah.
All others are sweeping around the compound. You need to have about 3 buckets. Even in your kitchen, the waste nylon bag is supposed to be about 2 or 3. Those ones that are just, don't mind me, putrescible, those ones that can decay easily, you put them, disused paper, all of that thing that can decay easily, you put them separate.
Like
food remnants, you put them separate. Disused cup, maybe this one got broken, you separate them. Tin can, you separate it from the food waste. That is sorting. Now, it's money for you. Petty bottles, you got to see that I drank a Coke bottle like this. I drop it inside the same way I put my food waste, which is not supposed to be. Separate those ones from the one that are putrescible, the food waste. Now, it now become money for you. Those ones that you are separating, you can later sell it if you have a place to keep them, because they don't decay.
They don't decay.
And that's why, of recent, gone are the days, you see sachets, pure water nylon, here and there on the road. I don't think you try to look at it that you can't find them any longer. And people are still drinking
sachet water.
Sachet water. But you can't find them any longer. Formerly, you see them later the oral.
I see them in heaps now.
People are picking it.
I see them in heaps. Yeah.
The same way people are picking all these petty bottles, plastic bottles, disused iron rods, broken ceramics. People are picking it and making money. You, from your home, you can pick it and make money. And what are the advantages? It reduces the volume of refuse that you have generated. The numbers of that your refuse is going to get filled up is going to be very low. So it reduces it, and it assists the government in recycling.
It's taking it there from recycling, and Lagos is promoting recycling and the circular economy, and you have alluded to that part when we began the show. I'd like you to talk about how well the state government is doing and also encourage residents to key into it.
If you look at it, the state government have gotten in touch with an international organization in which they are brought into the country to manage along with them on this issue of circular economy, taking away from linear waste management. And at the same time, the public, and part of what we are doing is assisting the system, and that is public enlightenment. Enlightening our people to do the needful in terms of what we just said from sorting, and at the same time, preparing for tomorrow. What is that tomorrow? Our waste is our wealth. Now, the government has made it in a way that they are preparing some areas that they will now be using to generate this as wealth. Converting all this waste to wealth. Not just dumping the way we have been doing at Olusosun, Solus, and others, which is even affecting the underground water. Through that, most of the waste is going to be converted. Manure, composting, and all of that will be sourced from the waste. So we have less thing to go down the water and inside the soil. So with this, government, just give the Lagos State government the time. We'll get it because it's something that we are just trying to transform into. There's going to be some bottlenecks, and that's those bottlenecks. It's like, for example, when the federal government is the express road that linked to Lagos Baga. People were suffering. People were bring down to the LTVA to discover what is happening like that. Today, it become a beauty. Within after some minutes, you are off Lagos. You are in Ibadan. So we just need to take
no
time.
pain, no gain. Huh?
No pain, no gain.
So still talking about waste management, some people indiscriminately, burn their refuse openly. Let's talk about the dangers of that.
Thank you. There is one thing we call climate change currently. Part of what is causing climate change is that there are some pollutants that are being released into the atmosphere, which have destroyed the ozone layer. The ozone layer is the layer that blocks direct sunlight to the first layer of the earth, which we call troposphere. Where we are living is the troposphere, where human being activities have been done. Okay. Now, the layer is, for example, let me say this so that our people can understand. That layer that covers the direct radiation, it has been broken. It's like you having a ceiling here. This ceiling covers direct heat into our living rooms. And one of the ceiling is broken now. That part at which is broken, there will be direct heat. If it is this part, I will feel more heat. You will not feel more heat. At a time, you will now start feeling the heat because it will be graduating. That is the effect of open burning. It releases what we call carbon monoxide. And carbon monoxide destroys the ozone layer. And those things that are supposed to make use of the carbon monoxide, we are in Lagos where we have very little land space. And that is the reason why Lagos State government have made it compulsory that every July 14, we plant a tree. Planting a tree in Lagos State is not for the benefit of beautification. The primary objective is to reduce the effect of climate change. And to reduce this effect of climate change, we should desist from burning refuse openly. It's an offense. If you burn refuse, if the environmental officers and all other stakeholders caught you, you are into it.
All right, still talking about offenses now, there's another issue, open defecation and urination. I know that the state government is making efforts. There have been enforcement actions taken against people who do that, but you still find people recalcitrant who are still doing this.
We call in our environmental health jargons, we call it anthropogenic activities. That is human activities. Human being, you said something about human behavior. Do you know why we are having it very difficult for people to align with every enlightenment, sensitization day by day? It's not the same set of people you spoke to yesterday that you'll find in Lagos tomorrow.
Because
if it is in other states, it works. The numbers of people that comes into Lagos every second per minute, they have not heard about what we are saying. The sensitization that we have given to some set of garages, people coming in are not the same set. That's the reason why you see the numbers of people, numbers of population in Lagos growing every day. Now, we find one of the barriers. If you think you have handled this zone, that zone you are meeting another set of people next week. And they say, we don't know where the toilet is. So the open defecation, some are doing it intentionally because they believe, I don't want to go and use the toilet, I find an open place. And that's why the enforcement is going on. And at the same time, I'm using this medium to say this, that most of our public place is a sacred place. Don't wait for government. Me and you are government. If you find somebody defecating, call that person, look for the nearest authorities around, get them, hand over them to them. And at the same time, enlighten that person. Is this what you're doing is good? Don't leave everything for government. We cannot be everywhere at the same time and every minute. So all these things, it is one of the major problems is the population. Secondly, behavioral pattern in which we continue. Like what we are saying is to change the attitude.
So let's move to our sanitarians. And I'm glad that we have Dr. Akinyele Babasope here with us. What exactly is the role of a sanitarian? I know I know what you do, but I've noticed that in Lagos, these sanitarians, these health officials, are usually misunderstood.
Yeah.
Hence the name
Wuli
Wole,
wuli.
wole.
Wuli Wuli. Tell us what you do, and let the public understand.
Thank you very much. Holistically, we take care of human health and the environment at large. Let's talk about the environment. The environment comprises of the air, water, and land. Those air, water, and land, we protect them from being bastardized, from being polluted, from being contaminated. So activities of human beings does this. So we now check on activities of human beings. How do we do that? What are the activities? What does human being use? We protect what human being use for their own sustainability.
Okay.
Now let me go like this. Part of our responsibility is what they know of from primarily housing inspection, and which we call premises inspection. Let me try to open our minds. Every activity is based on the premises. Whether commercial premises, market is a premises, our living premises is a premises, school is a premises, your vehicle is a premises. Your tent outside is a premises. Wherever you find human being activities being carried out, that surrounding is a premises. Then we look at the food hygiene and inspection, where your source of food is being produced from, where it is being prepared, where it is being served, and where it is being taken, consumed. It's our responsibility. We look at pollution control. We look at waste management. We look at school sanitation, children, the schools. We look at various drainages to avert breeding of mosquitoes and all of that things that can hamper public health. Anything in the environment that can be effect to public health is our primary objective, so that we can live a longer years on earth.
Thank you very much. Dr. Akinyele Cyril Babasope is the President, Environmental Health Officers Association of Nigeria, Lagos chapter, and we've been discussing waste management and environmental sanitation. We can't say it, we can't, loud it enough here that, look, it is what you give to your environment gives back to you. If you like, we put in refuse, eat banana, throw the peel, eat biscuit, throw the paper, it will come back to you. And you know how? Because there will be flooding. And when there's flooding, you can't move. So please, you've listened to the man in charge of health here in Lagos, and and we always talk about it. I think we've talked about it also earlier this week. Please, do not just treat your environment like kokomi. Everybody. We'll be right back after this short break.